Hi everybody, we're going to be making something a little bit different here today. I'm going to be making some brasciole, but I'm going to be adding something different to it. So we're going to start off with the ingredients. We have I like top round steak, nice and thinly sliced, and I pound it out and flatten it and tenderize it and make it as big as I possibly can. And I'm going to use some basil in this particular recipe. And I have some chopped garlic. Let me see if you guys can see everything. Yes, you have some chopped garlic. And I have some parsley that I'm going to put in there. And I have some eggplant. Yep, we're going to do something just a little bit different. Eggplant. These are eggplant balls. And what I'm going to do with them, or what I've been doing with them, is breaking them up. And we're going to lay that onto the meat as well. And then I have some fresh Parmesan cheese that we're also going to grate onto our brasciole. And what they're going to be in the end is a brasciole eggplant roll-up. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some of this eggplant and we're going to just spread it out onto the brasciole meat. A couple of them. Probably put a little bit less, which I will spread them out. Alright, so we're going to do that. I like to have vegetables. Somehow or another, I always try to squeeze them into my meal, especially when I'm having meat. I have to have some kind of vegetable. So this was my idea for today. And a good way to use some leftovers. All right, that's the eggplant. Can you see? Yep, you can see what I'm doing. All right, good. The next thing we're gonna put on is going to be our garlic. And I like to be generous with the garlic because you can never have too much. Garlic is good for you in more ways than you can ever imagine. My father used garlic when we were children to inoculate us, so to speak, because we got our shots and everything. I'm not saying we didn't. I'm just saying that we never got sick because he gave us garlic once a month on a spoon, raw, with a little bit of water. And we had to swallow that. And I'll tell you, I really believe today, I hated it then, but I believe today that it's the reason why we never got sick as children. Always had perfect attendance, didn't do great in school, but never got sick. Anyway, now we've got the garlic on there and we've got our eggplant. I want to put some fresh grated cheese on there. Another thing you can never have enough of. My knuckles. All right. So we're gonna flavor it up with this cheese. Oh, and I can smell that garlic and the eggplant. Let's get some more. This has got a nice aroma going. Beautiful. Let's load these babies up. I'm going to put a little bit more cheese on there just to finish it up. Okay, now, next thing we're going to add is going to be our parsley. And I've already broken this up, dried it out. I think this is actually from last year's parsley still. I'm not sure. The dried one, yeah, I finished all the one that I had chopped up in the bags, so this was next. All right, and then just to really give it some different flavor in there, I'm gonna add some basil leaves. We have so much basil. We have the biggest, bushiest basil thing out there, basil plant. In the universe. And I can't use it fast enough. So, all right, now, got our basil on there. Everything's on. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll these up. Just leave them there for a minute. I like to roll my smaller sides first so that I have more on my edge to hold it closed. These are pretty nice size. Okay, I'm gonna roll these last two up. Oh, it smells so good. All right, now I need to get a knife. Check that in the picture a second. And we're gonna cut these. Some of them I can cut into 3. Maybe I'll just do them all in 2s. I'm gonna make them into 3s. All right, this one's gonna get cut into 3. So this is what I do. Cut these up. These are so nice and tender too. And that's what they look like on the inside. I don't know if you can see the light good. There we go. Really, really, really nice. I wish that would clear up a little better. Okay, so we're gonna cut these up. And then the next thing we're gonna do is I have in a frying pan, a skillet actually, on the stove, sauce going. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to put these into the skillet and we're going to simmer them in there in the sauce on the skillet to cook. And they shouldn't take too long. They're going to be real tender when they're done. But there's one last thing that I'm going to do that I want to show you before I put them in the pan. I put a toothpick. See, my mother, she would have wrapped all of these with a string, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to put a toothpick straight through them to hold them closed so they don't open up in my pan when they're cooking. And I think it's much easier to take a toothpick out of cooked meat than it is to unwrap those strings. I always end up wearing half of the sauce on me. All right. Let's close these up. Oh, that one's coming apart. Grabbed it too quick. I'll just close this one up. Everything can be fixed in the kitchen. Okay. Wow, this one's so tightly wrapped I can't even tell where my end is. There we go. Another one. And this just, again, it's something, it's fast and easy and it's so delicious. The stove is going to do all the work when I'm cooking it. Once I'm done with this, I'll just clean up my little bit of a mess here and I'll go sit down. And I've got a nice loaf of Italian bread that's going to go with this. One more. Okay, now we're going to take this over to the stove. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'm going to bring my sauce over here. I need to grab my skillet. Okay, and I've got my sauce going, and I'm just going to place them into the skillet. Upright. That's how they're going to stay in there the whole time that they cook. And everything is going to taste absolutely delicious. The smell of the sauce is incredible. By the way, the sauce has port wine in it, so something a little bit different to flavor that as well. Anyway, I'm going to show you what it looks like. You can see if I can pick you up. Let's That's what it looks like in the pan. And I'm gonna cook that up for a while. And later on, I'll post a finished picture of it on my page. And hopefully you'll want to try this recipe. I will put the eggplant bowl recipe up in a little while. I'll stick that into the letter E album for eggplant. And I hope that you all like this recipe and that you want to try it out. Let me know if you do. Enjoy, buon appetito, and another good meal coming up in the cucina. Bye, everybody.